Shalom, shalom. Look at that, it's 441. Let's give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechak Kudash, and double honor to our elders and apostles of the great millstone. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly called God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are the names of our power, in which we do these lessons, in which we edify the sheep, feed the sheep, to give them the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding to be stable in the times to come. I'm doing a brief walk and talk, and I just want to go into how, the deceiver and the deceived and the deceiver are His. All right, they're in the hand of the Lord. I'm gonna put this down, get out my phone. We're gonna start with that precept. I got a lot more time today. We're gonna start in Job chapter 12, verse 16, where it states, "With him is strength and wisdom." Speaking about Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. With him is strength and wisdom. And the deceived and the deceiver are His. All right? And one major deception that's been created by the ultimate deceiver, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and these days of time, is that the people that's in the land of Israel belong there as the people of the Bible. I got a precept, not a precept, but I pulled up an AI overview. My question that I draw, or the question I asked was, according to the Bible, where will the true Israelites be when the Lord returns? Okay, it says, see, I'll cross this street right quick first. No, because this motherfucker want to turn. It says, according to biblical prophecy, when the Lord returns, the true Israelites, the faithful remnant of God's people, are expected to be gathered from all nations and established in their promised land. And that hasn't happened yet. The Lord hasn't returned yet. So how are those people in our homeland? How are they there? By the Balfour Agreement? Balfour, however you want to say it. Well, if you go, I can go. Thank you. The Balfour Agreement, a political, governmental, earthly, carnal agreement or arrangement, bringing the people back over there to the Holy Land. That's not how the Lord said it was going to happen. He said He's going to gather His people. He hasn't gathered them yet. All right. Another one I want to get is it's a key biblical. It's a key biblical locations and conditions for this return include the land of Israel. The overarching promise is a regathering to the land given to their fathers, often referred to as a second Exodus. All right, and there's never been a such thing as a second Exodus. That hasn't happened yet. Ultimately, okay, there's no record of a second Exodus. Right? The people that's in their homeland right now, they came out of what, Germany or something like that, and other parts of that region. They came out of, I think even some came out of America. They flew on airplanes, commercial airliners. That's not how the Lord said He was going to return His people back to their homeland. These people are known as coverts. They not converted from their wicked ways or their sins or their deeds. And you can tell that by, them still celebrating that pride parade, where homosexuality is overwhelming. It's a celebration of homosexuality, and that's a direct slight, a direct disrespect to one of the commandments the Lord gave us as far as about being fruitful and prospering. You know, being fruitful means to bring forth plenty of children, which that's going to happen, you know, according to the remnant, the elect, starting with the 144,000, the tabernacle of King David. You know, they're going to have plenty of wives to bring back the nation, because they're going to be kings and priests. All right, let me get a couple of precepts just to debunk that bullshit. Going to Genesis chapter 12, and I'm starting verse 1. It says, "Now the Lord has said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show." Go out of here. "Unto a land that I will show thee, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed." And if those people was over there in the homeland right now, where those people? I got a question. My question for an AI overview again. It was what would I say? My question was, how many benefits does America provide for Israel with taxes, etc.? All right, so if America, the citizens of America, through your taxes, you're giving all these taxes and these benefits and everything to Israel, as you know, Israel, their children get hit up with a certain amount of money by the time they get old. They have bank accounts. They have all type of benefits, right? And America is the main reason why those people receive those benefits. A lot of the tax dollars of the people of America, right? It says the U.S. provides substantial annual aid to Israel, totaling over $300 billion in inflation-adjusted cumulative military and economic assistance. Since 1948, currently the U.S. provides $3.8 billion in annual military aid under a 2016 memorandum, including funding for the Iron Dome, which don't work no more, or which has been evaded, or how you want to say that, which has been of no use. Actually, it's been of no use. Iran has found a way to surpass that technology. Right? Them billions of dollars. Right? It says, including funding the Iron Dome, which must largely be used to purchase American defense equipment. The brothers, shalom, brothers. When you see the prices right there for military funding, well, no, you can't see it. I act like you on the thing. It's a military funding is $3.3 billion annually for foreign military financing, plus $500 million for missile defense, according to AIPAC. All right, you go to the website. I'm not going there right now. Total aid: Israel is the largest cumulative recipient of U.S. aid since World War II. All right. And what did the Lord say? The Lord said, if you bless Israel, you're going to be blessed. But America is not receiving that blessing. So what's going on? What's going on? Your American tax dollars are being used, taken advantage of, and you're struggling. That's not what I wanted to do. It's all right, though. Let's go to Proverbs 16. Proverbs 16, it says, Proverbs 16:7, it says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So evidently, the ways that these people are conducting themselves, they're not pleasing the Lord. The children of Israel, when they return back to the land of Israel, they're going to have no choice but to please the Lord. Why? Because the Lord's going to put his laws, statutes, his commandments in their inward parts. their thoughts, their actions are all going to be based on how the Lord looks. It's like a husband. That's the beautiful thing about it, because right now we don't get it. While our wives totally understand us and do what we tell them to do, right? But it's like a husband imparting his whole way, his being, his way of looking at things, his way of handling business. It's like him having a mini-me. Yahushua is going to make his men mini-me's, having the same heart, truthfully, wherein our bodies are going to embody that same respect, that same honor, that same belief, that same it's a word I'm looking for, but I can't grab it right now. But we're going to be totally under the order of our husband, Yahushua, of our head. We're going to be in total submission, if that could be a word. But we're going to be in total obedience, and on one accord, physically, or physically as well, But that's not what's happening now. The ways that them people are living over there is not pleasing to the Lord. That's why you got wars going on. I think I got one more piece here. Job, back to Job chapter 12 and verse 17, it says, he leadeth counselors away spoiled, and maketh the judges fools. That's what the Lord is doing. His strength and his wisdom. He's making all, from the President of America to the, what they call them? They call them fucking prime ministers and shit over there in Israel and all them other countries. He's making them fools right now. They're spending thousands of dollars on military. I just read a brother put a article in the chat this morning talking about how going into how the Ford is a warship, a nuclear powered warship, and the sea out there. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get it right quick so I don't mess it up. I got 5 minutes. Just once. If y'all give me 1 second, I'm gonna pull it up. It says U.S. Navy's 100,000-ton nuclear power warship exit Iran war after onboard fire. An onboard fire took place on a warship. That's a sign. That's a warning. For one, that y'all shouldn't be over there. For two, if you're of the elect and you're on that ship, you need to be trying to find a way off that bitch. A dishonorable discharge. If you can't just resign, you better find a dishonorable discharge or something. Because if you go over there, you're not coming back. This is the final war. This is the final war this world would ever see. Right? As we all know, as we all have already been told, if you're over there in Israel right now, fighting, when the Lord come back, it's not supposed to be any swords. So what's happening over there is exactly under the Lord's will. The deceiver and the deceived are his. If you're over there believing that you're doing something righteous in the eyes of Yahweh Shah, as Christianity would have you believe, God bless America, all that bullshit rhetoric, you're deceiving yourself, and you will be destroyed in that belief. Y'all got any more precepts? Let me see. I think that's it, man. I think that's all I got. Oh, yeah, this one. I had another one, too, that I wanted to get. If I want to get this in the BLB. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51. Yeah, I got 3 minutes. And at the heading, Jeremiah chapter 51, at the heading it says, Babylon judged for sins against Israel. Beautiful. And Babylon is here in America. and say America is being judged for their sins against the children of Israel. We learned the children of Israel are scattered abroad. They're not in the homeland right now. All right? But because Babylon has done what they've done to the children of Israel, they're about to be judged. Jumping down to verse 30, it says, the mighty men of Babylon are forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their mighty have fallen. They become as women. They have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So America is about to be destroyed. Their fighters have become as women. All right. These are not the chosen. These are not the people of Israel. The deceiver and deceiver are his. That's all the point. The only point I want to make. If these were the people, and the decree was given to Abraham that whoever blessed them, they're going to be blessed. Why is America going through this? Out of all the blessings that you American citizens have given the so-called Israeli state. All right. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna close out, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Ruach HaKodesh. Till next time, calling Yasharallah, Wa Abba Baba.